Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Blinkt from Jennifer Hohensteiner. I just did one of hers not too long ago. So this is super neat. Now, this can be very versatile. This could be, number one, used as a fill-in, or two, used as a border, or anything in between. We'll use it maybe somewhat as a fill-in here. So it starts off with, now you can decide either way, if you want to have angular lines or curvy lines. I'm going to go with, well, maybe some combination, because that seems to be what I had done earlier on our Tangle Time call where we were focusing on this. So I'm going to stick with that. So, however you want. Yeah, that's beautiful. And the nice thing about this is that it doesn't matter what it looks like. It is all perfect. She says the regularity in this tangle is the irregularity, and that is fantastic. So absolutely no worries. This is a great opportunity, I know for myself, to just kind of work on letting loose, and just going for it. So we have one set of double lines. So like I would draw this first one and then somewhat aura that one. Then we're going to do another pair of lines, and this this does not need to match that, and probably is better off if it doesn't. So let's see. I think I'm gonna start in somewhat the opposite direction. Yeah, sort of. There we go. Just trying to make it a little bit different. Now, what's funny is on our Tangle Time, and by the way, so when I reference Tangle Time, that's my free class I do. I have 2 times on Thursday that I do these. Okay, and let's do another one. Let's, I don't know what we're going to do here. Trying not to make them similar at all, so I'm just winging it. As I said, this is a combination of curvy and, actually, you know what? This is just going to be called wonky. Whimsical. Whimsical is the new wonky. All right. So now we have that. So Thursdays are the free Tangle Time. I'm going to clean up these little lines here, right quick. So would love to have you join us. The information to connect is most easily gotten on my website or on Facebook if you're on Facebook, and that links to those are in the description section. So once you have this, then we're going to draw what Jennifer called sticks in between. And these also varying degrees of angle. It does. Oh, this one I'm going to make. Oh, look at that one. Oh. And then, she didn't have them going behind, but I don't see why one, because you could do whatever you want, right? So I don't see why, like if I wanted to draw, well, let's just say I want to have one coming here and going behind that one. So there we go. So varying angles, you fill it up as much as you want, knowing that we're going to be doing some stuff in the background too. Now, one strategy that I had for this is, and this might work for you, is just placing some random pairs throughout, and then coming back and deciding how, filling in afterwards, just because I just struggle with the whole random concept. Oh, and two, these don't need to line up with these at all. They're completely separate. Completely separate. And yeah, so we were talking about, some people, like myself, have more of a challenge with being random, and then some people have more of a challenge, with things that have a structure. So, like, probably like more of the grid tangles, the ones that have, definite, to make this look good, you kind of need to do X, Y, and Z. And so it was just kind of interesting, and and what's beautiful about this is that it fits for both types of people, and we get Zentangle in general, so we can grow either way. Okay, so I'm just going to leave this at these two, and then it's up to you. How do you want to decorate behind? For instance, so maybe this one, I'm going to just do some little straight lines going across. And say this is entirely up to you. In the description section, of course, I'll have my link to my step out. I'm just deciding which. Oh, maybe I'll do these ones absolutely straight down. That's kind of cool. I will also put a link for more inspiration, so that way you can see Jennifer's step out and her artwork from her hand. And you know what? Let me grab really quick, because so you can do a combination of straight lines, doing some fill-ins. I'm feeling like I want to fill this one in. And this too, feel free to skip around, because like sometimes I find myself feeling like, well, I don't know where I want to go. Okay, so let's work on the next line for a little bit. And, you know, same thing where, you know, whatever direction you want to have. Actually, and I have not done one with orbs yet, but I thought, oh, well, that could be a neat thing is to, well, why don't I could just do that on this one, couldn't I? So why don't I? I think I shall. You could do, where do I want to put them though? Right here. You could do, if you wished, because this is a filler, it's a texture that we're filling with. So, like I said, there's no limits. The only limit is our own creativity. And we'll put some straight lines here, and I'll do some orbs on the one above. Because sometimes it's neat. Actually, this will be a nice, having it on the opposite sides like this. And it'll be kind of balanced out. I do like to sometimes pair angular things with round or curvy things. I think it's a neat contrast, and it's a lot of fun. And let's see. So maybe right under here, let's fill this one in. And they say the random is good, and then also feel free to leave some of them just empty if you want. Or and in when you look at the For More Inspiration link, you'll see at the bottom of Jennifer's step out where she has somewhere she did the same thing in the background, either just filling in or drawing lines, but having it be kind of like a continuous thing, and that has a neat look. And the whole idea of sharing those is just to give you, as it's worded, inspiration for how you might want to do yours. Now, I will also share some examples, and hopefully, I will get this blog post out, because, like I said, we did this on our Tangle time, and one thing that I attempt to do, and I have, just because real life stuff keeps getting in the way, is I'll make a post with the results of the classes that we've put on, and it's really fun to see what everybody else has done. Now, if you are on Facebook and want to join in on the my Tangle Addicts Facebook group, you can see a lot of this stuff there. Oops, let's not go over that line. There we go. And it's just fun because we share inspiration and share ideas, and like I said, it's just a really, really neat community. So if I feel like that's done, then it's done. Now here's let me share. Let's see. How can I? I could do this. I can do this all the two ways I'm thinking of it. So number one way, and if we do this in stages, then it'll show you. Just processing my brain real quick to see how did I want to do this. All right, number one, I am putting graphite on the outside of the pattern. And I'm kind of doing it a bit heavy on purpose. And, oops, sorry, knocked the camera. Okay, and then I'm drawing out that graphite just a smidge, Just want it to blend, but I do want to keep the darkness right on that edge as much as I can. And sometimes you have to go back and add some, and that's certainly okay to do. And I love watching it smudge out. It's so neat. And then watching the result. Oh, it's so amazing. So then what this does, as you can see, is it elevates this entire thing up off of the page. So if you want to have that kind of effect, then you could do that. Now the other way is, and we'll just add, and so this will be, it'll be raised up, and hopefully it will show both things. So I'm putting now graphite on the other side of these two sets of lines, working very hard to not go inside. Now it's always good to put your graphite, put your pencil, actually I don't need to go over that black, do I? Where you want the darkest point to be. So I want the darkest point to be on that line, just outside of it. And then we do the same thing with the tortillon. All right. All right, there we go. Now, because this is small, ooh, you know what? You can see it already. Isn't that neat? Where now it looks like, well, you could take it either way. Either I've raised up, these lines up above, or I've sunk these, it's like a river of pattern down below. And either way you slice it, it looks really, really neat. And again, same thing with the tortillon, point the tortillon on that graphite, and either in very, very, very small circles, especially for this, because what you want to have is some kind of the natural color showing through. So I'll either do these really small circles. These ones are almost verging on kind of just going back and forth, which still works well because the idea is to create that gradient. But like I said, I don't want it spread out too far. But there we go. And isn't that just cool? Let's flip it this way. That's just neat. I am amazed at just what adding graphite in the right places and spreading it out nicely does. It's just absolutely remarkable. So there's some shading ideas with that. Now I'm going to back up the camera, and I'll show you my result from the sessions today. And hopefully if you want to join, this will inspire you to come and join and have some fun. And I will share, so with the Tangle Time, the concept is about just looking at tangles and exploring them and having fun with them. It's not necessarily to do like a complete work or something, like a complete tile, like so, but this was what I felt like doing, so that's what I did. That's the other thing, is it's what you feel like doing. We're not dictating. The only thing we're dictating is the pattern, and that's it. And and sharing again how to do it, tips, and like things that I find that make it easier for me. Usually my mom is on the call, and so she has a different take on these. But we paired this with Zante, which we did a couple days ago on these Zentangle Quickies, just because I think it's adorable, and I thought, oh, that's a good pairing. Angular and the term I came up with was curvular. So anyway, so this was doing it as a border, and then the same idea where I sunk it down, and then I added some a couple shades of yellow chalk pencil just to create this yellow, because I felt like it needed some yellow. This is actually purple. It's hard to see that that's purple. It was the pen I grabbed, and so I'm like, okay, well, let's just go with it. And then I thought to do the negative, so do it the opposite way. And on a black Zendala with the white jelly roll, and I used the same canary. Well, you can't really tell it's canary yellow, but it's yellow to make it look glowy, and then actually canary yellow Prismacolor colored pencil on the insides, because I decided I wanted to color the insides of those. And then one thing that I found, so if you do something like this, I should have taken a picture before. Wasn't really happy with it, But when you use colored pencil or even the chalk pencil, sometimes, and depending on what paper or medium you're using, you might need to just redefine those original lines. So once I did that, the whole thing is just amazing. So anyway, just wanted to share those with you for additional inspiration. And I want to thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, would love to have a thumbs up, love to have a share. So if you know people that like doing pattern drawing or they've never experienced Zentangle, would love to be able to introduce this to them. And also, if you have not yet subscribed, it would be absolute honor if you chose to subscribe to the channel, knowing that I do post once a day at least. Sometimes if real life gets out of my way so I can post some of the class replays, I will do that as well. But that way you know, because once you hit subscribe, also hit that bell next to it so you can tell YouTube how you want to be notified, if you want to be notified at all. So with that, again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I wish you lots of happy tangling.